right? Yeah. Agus Ballyar Galera Carda. Hello everybody and welcome back here again to the Tom Callan Memorial Park in Gin for the replay of the 1995 West Limerick Junior A football final between the champions Gerald Griffins and the challengers from Athea. These two teams finished level here last Sunday, 1-5 to 8 points, and we're back here again today and the conditions are similar. Breeze still blowing down away from the road goal here. Referee Jerry Molyneux still to make his appearance onto the field. Gerald Griffins going down here on our left. And while we have a few minutes to spare, we'll give you the line out. Gerald Griffins make 3 changes on their team from last Sunday. In goal, Seamus McCoy. Right back, Patrick Quinlan. Full back, Pat Ambrose, the captain. And left back, Tom Hennigan. Back down on the right, Andrew Milan. In the centre, Dennis Reedy. And on the left, Paul Hayes, who comes in for the injured John Milan. Centre field, Damien Reedy and Donny Mulligan. Half forward line on the right, Michael Healy. In the centre, Mike Coman. On the left, David Hayes. Full forward line on the right, Sean Coman, who comes in for Val Milan. Full forward, Gerard Lynch. On the top of the left, Johnny Walsh, who comes in for Martin Dalton. The Athea team in goal, Tom Stackpool, the captain. Right full back, Seamus Ahern. Full back, John McAuliffe. And left back, Benny Collins. The half back line on the right, Mike Buckley. In the centre, Pat O'Connor. And on the left, John Hunt. Centre field, Frank Wolfe and Henry Scanlon. The half forward line on the right, Timmy Quaid. In the centre, Dennis Collins. And on the left is Neelis Hunt. That's a switch there between Frank Wolfe and Neelis Hunt from the drawn match. Full forward line, top of the right is Mike Wolfe. Full forward is Mike McAuliffe. He comes in there at full forward from the last game. And on the left is Declan White. Declan White moves over to the left corner forward. And out of the Athea team today is Donald Wolfe. Right, Gerald Griffins down here on our left, posing to get their photographs taken. Down there with them, I see Joe Shaughnessy, and just to remind you, Pat Lane from Fines is coaching the Ballyhale team. Pat, of course, an All-Ireland final referee the All-Ireland final between Cork and Meath back in the 70s, and selectors with Pat are Joe Herbert, Packy Hayes, Pam McKay, the great Pam McKay, and Joe Shaughnessy, one of the old-time favourites as well. These lads down here, as I say, posing. Tom Ahern, Piero of the West Board is down there. Shouts of encouragement all around from Gerald Griffins. Can they perform better in the second half than they did the last day? On last Sunday, they looked a better team for 3/4 of an hour, but on the final quarter of the game, Athea took over and forced the replay. But today, will Gerald Griffins hold on to their title, or will the cup go up the road to Athea? Donny Mulligan, as we say, out midfield today, to give them maybe a little bit more pace out around the centre of the field. No doubt John Milan is going to be a loss to the Gerald Griffins team. John is out injured, back injury. And in there comes Paul Hayes instead of him at left half back. They're still filing in here again into the Tom Callan Memorial Park. Stand more than half full at this stage, and they're still coming in. Parking facilities laid down here all around by the local club from Glyn. Sun shining, with breeze blowing down to our left. More, it's to the left-hand corner of the pitch down here on our left. Last Sunday it was blowing over to the opposite corner, so whoever is going to play with the wind in the first half, I'm sure that they will have to get a good few scores up in the first half, because I can't see that Gerald Griffin scored 2 points last Sunday with the Gale. I can't see that happening today. Jerry Mullen, the referee, now has arrived in the field, and with him are his crew that he had again last week. Pat Madigan and Dennis Bodens and Dinny Darty and Pat Costello and the linesman Owen Sullivan from Rackheal, and I presume Mike Barrett. Yes, Mike is out there in the middle of the field, the same team as Jerry had last Sunday. Jerry, Assistant Secretary of the West Limerick Board, very efficient referee. During the summer, Jerry was involved as a coach with the West Limerick GA Board, coaching youngsters all around West Limerick. Conditions, other than for the win, the right deal here. Right, we're back with you all live here again, and we're almost ready to go. Gerald Griffins won the toss and elected to play into the wind. The throw in, a cap by Henry Scanlon. In there where Pat Ambrose comes out, gets a hand to the ball, it breaks out there. Referee Jerry Molyneux blows his whistle, and the free out to Gerald Griffins, quickly taking the ball heading over here to the sideline. Damien Reedy onto it along the ground. A late tackle there by Henry Scanlon and Damien. Damien Reedy gets the ball Right-footed low. In along there. Slid out to Gerald Lynch. Gerald Lynch back to Damien. Damien going across the field, toward the hand, looking for support, left-legged, in along there, but out there comes Mike Buckley from St. Kieran's. Ex-St. Kieran's player, kick is blocked down there by Mike. By Davy Hayes. Up into the corner, Davy Hayes still with the ball. Back to the Dapper. The Dapper still going, Donny Mulligan has the ball. 20 yards out in towards the goal, the ball breaks in there. Referee Jerry Mulder blows his whistle, it's a free out to Athea. First attack there by Gerald Griffins, looked promising for a while, but there was a foul committed, the kick out, taken by Stackpole. Low ball out here from Mike Buckley, has it again. Kick half blocked down, out there in the middle of the field. Damien Reedy gets it right-footed across to this side of the field, racing out here to this side of it. Comes the Dapper is pushed in the back. Right-footed one up there, so it's Mike Command is up there, he's tackled by Yorkie. Mike gets a left-footed. Cut by the wind, Buckley going to, well caught again there by Mike Buckley, gives a pass out to Henry Scanlon, out in the 50 yards out, a long right-footed kick down, where it goes in between Mack and Pat Ambrose. The ball now is with Mike Wolfe, throw the hand, lays it out, and there's the first wide of the game, wide, the ball kicked wide there by Mike McAuliffe. Ball kicked wide by Mike McAuliffe after 2 minutes play. Led off there for Gerald Griffins as Mike Mack was in a good position in front of the goal, but he kicked it just to the left of the goal post on our left. Kick out for Gerald Griffins to be taken by Seamus Mackay. Son of Paz, up he comes, right-footed. Good one, dropping down 50 yards out. Ball is out there with Frank Wolfe. Frank Wolfe passes the ball into Henry. Henry kick half blocked down and goes into the corner. Kick is blocked down inside there again. And Hannigan's kick blocked down, out comes Pat Ambrose with the ball toward the hand. Right-footed across the field, where Damien really goes with. Damien gets it. Looks up, drop kicks it. Up here again. Attained possession. Ball on the ground, foul, Timmy Quaid is fouled, and it's a free to Athea, right-footed low ball. Out there again comes Pat Ambrose, he's reading it well. Still coming out with the ball, left-footed, cut by the wind, heading towards the stand, still up in the air there. Out there goes Mike Buckley, ball on the ground. Mike Command is out there, Mike has the ball, fouled. Free to Gerald Griffins. Mike Buckley didn't retreat to 14 yards, and Jerry Molyneux puts the ball 14 yards further up towards the Athea goal. Damien Reedy to kick this one out there, standing out there in front of him is Henry Scanlon from Athea. 5 minutes gone, no score. Damien Reedy, low ball along the ground. Gerald Griffins has the ball, foul over there. It's a free to Gerald Griffins, 40 yards out, 10 yards in from the far side, and it looks like the Mike Command is over there. Sun shining right into the eyes, hard to pick out the players here with this sun. Mike Command. No, sorry, it's not Mike Command, it's David Hayes, just a mistaken identity there. Sorry, David, it's David Hayes out there to take the free for Gerald Griffins. Up he comes, right-footed. Doesn't rise too high, goes in front of the goals. In there gets Yorkie, Yorkie's fouled. Free for Athea, Yorkie drives it out. Up there for Timmy Quaid, knocks it away with his hand out towards Mike Buckley and Timmy Hayes. Hayes gets the ball. On across, oh, well caught there, there's a foul committed, a foul, and off the ball, foul there. Jerry Molyneux's after seeing something. Jerry Molyneux's after seeing something there, he's calling it a Athea player. Is it John Mack? Yes, he's calling John Mack, the Athea full-back. John Mack, the Athea full-back, has been booked there by Jerry Molyneux, foul on the Gerald Griffins forward. Still on the ground. Pat Noonan is in there with him. We can't see who it is on the ground. Still on the ground. Lynch to Gerald Griffins, full forward, that was on the ground there. Off the ball, tackled by John Mack. Free for Gerald Griffins. 21, 24, 25 yards out, dead straight in front of the goals, and David Hayes to take it. Can David put Gerald Griffins into the lead against the gale? Good start by Gerald Griffins against the wind. Up he comes. Right footed, caught by the wind, and the ball goes to the left of the post and wide. Both sides have missed a chance of putting a score on the board. Don Mack and Joe Lynch still in there playing a game of he loves me not, as up comes Stackpole to the ball, skipped up to it, a right footed one, drops 40 yards out, David Hayes out there, gets a hand to it, out there is Timmy Quaid for Athea, back to Buckley. Buckley right footed with the wind, out here, but the ball goes to John Hunt, goes over John's hand. Dennis Reedy gets it right footed, caught by the wind, and it's out over the sideline here. It's a line ball for Athea off the right boot of Dennis Reedy, sons of Pat Damien, two brothers. Their father, Pat Reedy, was an outstanding footballer with Limerick and Niskeaton back in the 60s. Line ball for Athea, to be taken by Neelis Hunt. Brother of John, Neelis was midfield the last day, but he's in the half-forward line today. Referee Jerry Mulliner going across the field there, not going back there, he's talking to Seamus Ahern. Seamus Ahern and Johnny Command tells him coolly, a long ball by Hunt, right down. Up there goes Mack, ball breaks away from him. In there, Frank Wolf gets a hand to the ball, it's on the ground. In there is Tony Mulligan. Very good pass by Mulligan. Gerald Griffins are breaking. Adam Rudd drops kick across the field between Mike Buckley and David Hayes. The ball drops to Buckley. Right footed one again. Oh, the ball has gone in towards the goal. This is going to go over the end line. Slipped through Pat Ambus's hands, slipped through Mike Mack's hands, and out over the end line and wide. James McCoy again placing the ball in the 5 yards line for a kick out. Still no score in this replay of the 1995 West Limerick Junior A football final between Gerald Griffins, the holders, and Athea, the challengers. Kick out by Mike McCoy, dropping 35 yards out. Nobody gets it. John Hunt gets it. He's fouled, and it's a free to Athea, a quick one. In there to the Chicken. Chicken going across the field. He gives it to John Hunt. John still going across right footed. This looks a good one from John Hunt. Yes, it's over the bar. First score of the game, a point for Athea, scored by John Hunt after a good set up there by Declan White. Come on, Johnny! Number 7 is it? Yeah. Come on, John! Come on, Chick! Come on, Mike! Kick out this time again by Mike Command from the 21 yards line. Right footed over to this side of the field. Up there is Donny Mulligan. Reaches out, he has the ball. Can throw the hand. Driving up past the halfway line. Right footed up along the sideline, very near the side end. Dapper can't keep it in. It's out over the line ball. Another line ball for Athea. This time to be taken by Benny Collins. Right footed. Down here towards Frank Wolf and Donny Mulligan. Donny Mulligan gets the ball. He's driving through. The Offaly man. Good pass inside. The number 10 for Gerald Griffins is bursting up the field there now. It's Michael Healy. Ball's on the ground. Healy gets it again. Back again to Timmy Hayes. Timmy, right footed, caught by the wind, dropping down. The ball made about 10 yards out between. Oh, well caught by Mike Command. Had it for a second, one-handed. Ball breaks out to Buckley along the ground. He plays soccer with it. Over there towards Henry Scanlon. Henry is fouled by Damien Reedy, and it's a free kick to Ballyhale on the 50 yards line. Athea in the 40 yards line. Henry Scanlon, right footed, long ball in between Mack and Ambrose, and caught in the air. Oh, great fielding by Pat Ambrose. Mighty catching by Pat Ambrose. Drives it away up the field. Is knocked down by Yorkie to Henry. Henry out to Mike Buckley. Buckley in between Ambrose and McAuliffe again. And Ambrose has it again. Oh, two fantastic clearances by Pat Ambrose. Football at his best. Full back play at his best. Clears it out the field. And up there is Henry reaching high again. Great fielding. And Henry gives it right footed. Down to the corner this time. The ball is too much pace on the ball, out over the end line and wide. Oh, two great clearances there by Pat Ambrose at full back for Gerald Griffins. And Pat seems to be gone down into the downside in front of the goals. Tom Hannigan is over there bending over Pat to see what's wrong. Jerry Mulliner, the referee, has gone down. I know it's John O'Connor sprinting in from this side of the field as well. point apiece in this replay of the West Limerick Junior Football Final after just over 10 minutes play. Try to kick out again and coming up for Seamus McCoy, the Gerald Griffins goal. That ball over, went wide out near the corner flag. 11 minutes gone in the first half. 1 point for Athea, 1 point for Gerald Griffins. Right up comes Seamus McCoy, kicks it right for it, cut by the wind, 40 yards out. Henry high in the air where he dropped it. Ball breaks out to Damien Reedy, back low ball along the ground from the brother. Ball breaks out to Timmy Hayes, up to Mike Command out there, Yorkie. Low ball up into the corner. Well, there's Seamus Ahern out there, the tidy foul man out there. There's a collision there. There's a collision between two Athea players. A collision between two Athea players. Seamus Ahern was one. Is it Pat O'Connor and Seamus Ahern? There's two Athea players on the ground. An accidental collision. There's also a Gerald Griffins player on the ground. But Seamus Ahern won the ball. It's going to be a free out for Gerald Griffins for Athea when play resumes. 12 minutes gone in the first half. 1 point apiece. Rocky's up with a drink from the bottle. Seamus Ahern still on the ground. What a game this little man had last Sunday. See, Tom White is over there with him. He seems to be all right. Another little slug out of the bottle. John Mack takes the free for Athea, right footed, dropping down into the centre forward position. Vinnie Collins and Dane didn't really go to the ball. Mike Wolfe gets it, twisted left-handed up to the chicken switches it to Frank Wolfe. Frank Wolfe going up in along to the corner, up to Hunt across to Dennis Collins, front of the goal, right footed, the ball in again, and Ambrose sticks out a hand and he's gone off the hand of Pat Ambrose. Is out over the end line for a 45 for Athea. 45 for Athea. John Hunt seems to be playing up the field, and his brother Neelis is definitely back in the half-back line for Athea. He's back here now. We see him back here marking Michael Healy. John Hunt seems to be playing a wing forward. 45 for Athea to be taken by Declan White. 2 great points late in the game last weekend for Declan. The wind behind him with this, he'll get the distance. Has he got the accuracy? Up he comes. He had the distance, he didn't have the accuracy. The ball has gone wide, 5 yards outside the post down here on our left. Another let off there for Athea. 13 minutes gone in the first half.
Come on, Dennis, come on, again, roll off.
Seamus McCoy places the ball again for the kick out for Gerald Griffins. Up he comes. Pretty good one again against the wind. Henry high in the air, but he overflies the ball. It goes to Damien Reedy. Damien toward the hand, still going through. Driving up to the halfway line, Patsy Quinlivan has made a run from the corner back position. He shows it to Mike Buckley. Buckley pulls him down, and Patsy a quick one again along the ground. In there towards David Hayes. David Hayes has the ball out to Mike Command, right across to this side of the field, and that ball is going to go over the sideline. A wasted ball there, had looked by Mike Command, caught by the wind. Hunt gives the ball down here, up to the brother. The brother doesn't get it. He gets Donny Mulligan with a challenge into the back, and it's a free for Gerald Griffins. Donny Mulligan down injured. Donny Mulligan, the man from Cap and Cor outside Tullamore in Offaly. Chris Noonan is in there with him, and John O'Connor also is in there. There's a female attendant, and Donny's up, but he doesn't look right yet. The ball breaks. David Hayes and Mike Command. Mike Command has the ball on the ground. He's fouled by Yorkie, and it's a free in. A free in to Gerald Griffins on the edge of the big penalty circle. This is a new thing in marking grounds, the semicircle, and Mike Command is going to take this one for Athea, dead straight in front of the goals. 35 yards out against the wind. Six back and 4 sideways for Mike. Up he comes, around in a circle. Low ball into the square, cut out there by Collins, the corner back straight out again to Mike Command. Mike is in front of the goal to take the shot, and this time it goes off the side of his boot and wide. let off. Gerald Griffins are missing chances. Play is fairly evenly matched, but they have the advantage of a strong breeze, and Gerald Griffins are right up with them there. It's a Tom Stackbull gone back to kick out the ball. Up he comes, right footed, not very long, out there. My command is out there, and also back there is young. The ball gone out over the sideline to the far side of the field. It's a line ball for Gerald Griffins. Cleared out over the sideline there by Neelis Hunt. Damien Reedy going over to take this line ball. On the halfway line, a low ball. Tony Mulligan comes out there. Out there also is Frank Wolf, and Frank gets the ball away. Right-footed ball across to this side of the field again. This is going to make... Oh, well kept in there by Michael Healy. Shows it to York. He gets his kick in. Good play by Healy up into the corner. Oh, back there catching for Tay is Benny Collins. Ball all over the sideline. Another man down in the middle of the field. Another man down in the middle of the field over there for Gerald Griffins. It's the number 7. Paul Hayes, he's in today for the captain, John Milan. Paul came across the field, got his clearance in, over to this side of the field. We followed the ball, we didn't see what happened, but Paul Hayes is down injured. He's up now and he's okay. Iron ball again for Gerald Griffin, taken by the dapper up there. Timmy Hayes crossed the in there, and John Mack. John Mack has the ball, comes out, grabs it. Back to Neelis Hunt. Neelis steers it right footed off to the other side of the field. Goes up there by young Timmy Quaid. He catches the ball good. Coming across this side of the field, throw the hand once. Tells the dummy to Paul Hayes. Up to Frank Wool. He fixes it on the side to Mike Mack. Mike Mack to John Hunt. John Hunt, the ball breaks away from him. But back there covering is Dennis Reedy. He read the situation well. Gerald Griffins are putting the loose man back behind this through ball in here to Mike Wolf. But Dennis Reedy gets the ball. Dennis Reedy going to take it, right-footed. Henry Scanlon gets the ball, drops it, gets it again, lays it off to Yorkie. Yorkie's gone past the halfway line. He's gone into the half of the field. He lays it out inside, and it's young Timmy Quaid had kicked the ball over the bar, but it's a free in to Athea for a foul on Yorkie. Paddock Connor made several raids up the field in the second half last week and rallied Athea. He was breaking up the field there. He laid the ball out to Timmy Quaid, and Timmy was fouled. According to Jerry Muldoon, it's a free to Athea, and out there to take it now is Declan White. 30 yards out, slightly to the right. Come on, is it 10? Up comes Declan again, just going to be a right-footed. This one looks good. Oh, wide, the ball has gone wide again. There's another miss there for Athea. Kick out again here for Gerald Griffin. Seamus Mackay. Out to Damien Reedy. Damien gets it back in his own half of the field. Throw to hand. Out to Pat Ambrose. Ambrose driving out past Mike Mack. He's fouled. Free to Gerald Griffins. Right footed by Pat. Ball breaks right up here. Whether the Dapper gets it 40 yards out from the goal. She's on his own. The Dapper is going through a right footed ball. In there in front of the goals. Gerald Griffins are going through here. This looks like a score for Gerald Griffins. No, the ball has gone wide. The ball has gone wide there again by Shawnee Command. That was a miss there for Gerald Griffins. They should have opened their scoring there. Point for Athea, no score. The ball is knocked down the middle of the field again. Mike Command gets the ball. Timmy Hayes on the outside of him, going to give it him. He's driving through. Still going on, holding on a bit long. Ball on the ground. Out there by Hunt. Neelis Hunt pushing it back down here, gets away with it by Dennis Reedy. The ball breaks to Timmy Quaid, playing better today than he did last Sunday. Right-footed ball out to Mike Mack. Mack. The ball gone out over the end line and wide. 20 minutes gone in the first half. 1 point for Athea, no score for Gerald Griffins, and there's a switch, a change in the Athea team. Donald Wolfe is in for Mike Mack. Kick out again, and it's another free. Donald Wolfe, son of Phil, son Cratlow, he's in for Mike Mack, and it's a foul in possession there, and it's a free for Athea. And Becknam White's going to take this one again. 21 minutes gone in the first half. This is his third attempt. Up comes the chicken again. This one looks good, and this one is gone over the bar. Free there from the 35-metre line by Declan White. 2 points for Athea, no score for Gerald Griffins. Seamus Mackay again. The breeze seems to have died down a little bit in the last 5 or 6 minutes, but it's still very much favouring Athea. Up comes Seamus Mackay on the 21-yard line, kicks it, goes to the far side of the field. Damien Reedy rises unchallenged. Toe to hand. Challenged by Donald Wolfe, fouled by Donald Wolfe. Puts the ball in the ground, calls. Thought he was going to call up the brother, he's going to take it himself. Jerry Mulliner going to the far side of the field to have a chat with the linesman. There's something going on. Going down towards the Athea goals, he's going to have a chat with somebody else again. He's going in there. Going in there towards Pat O'Connor. Damien Reedy on the ground. David Hayes has the ball, toe to hand. Tackled by Mike Buckley. Mike dives again and puts the pressure on. Good pressurising there by Mike Buckley. Forces the Gerald Griffins man, David Hayes, to kick the ball right over the sideline. He's taken quick. And John Hunt is pushed in the back all over the sideline. Free. Taken quick in there. Oh, well caught in there by Mike Wolfe. He has the ball 35 yards out. He's pulled down by Patrick Quinlan. And it's a free to Athea, and there's a wasted ball. Mike Wolfe took it quick. Jerry Mulliner has the hand up. Is this a 45? I didn't notice the ball going off of anybody, but Jerry Mulliner said this is a 45 for Athea, and Declan White is out there to take it again. 23 minutes gone in the first half, 2 points to no score. Declan was going to chip it to Henry, but Damien Reedy read the situation, and Declan White. Declan will get the distance all right. Will he get the accuracy? Jerry Mulliner comes out. Thinks that Declan might have overstepped the 45-metre line. He overstepped it by 1 yard, and Jerry puts the ball back, and this time Declan just oversteps it by about 2 inches, and nobody will begrudge him the 2 inches. Back he comes. This is an ideal position for a right-handed kicker for this son of Tommy White, the day old, and up he comes, right-footed, screws off his boot, goes to the far side of the field. Is it still kept in play? No. Ball gone all over the sideline and wide, and Athea could be kicking this match away with the wind. They could be kicking this match away with the wind. 2 points to show, but Gerald Griffins look dangerous when they break up the field, kicking the ball high and catching, the wind is catching it and it's breaking down. Kick out again by Mackay in the Gerald Griffins goals. Out there where Henry and Damien goes for it. Out to Donald Wolfe. Playing a kind of a third midfielder, left-footed, dropping down. This is going to drop into the hands of young Mackay inside the goals. He catches it, puts pressure on. Out here in the middle of the field. Out here for Donald Mulligan. Gets it. Mulligan up the field. He's gone 10, 20. Caught a hand 3 times. He hopped it. He's still driving up the field. He's challenged by Dennis Collins. He's still driving up the field. This is a great run by Donald Mulligan. Up in there to Mike. Come on. Michael Healy, pass the goal to David Hayes. David overplays the ball, turns twice. And it's a free out again. Tom Stackpole calling for the ball. Tom is in a hurry. He wants the ball. He throws it out here to John Mack. John is going to kick it out of the hand, I'm sure. He's going to give it a long one. Drives it down, dropping down in the middle of the field. There under it. The ball breaks in wide. Declan White is in there. But Tom Hannigan reads the situation better. Oh, he drops the ball on the ground, and Declan says thank you very much, and now he's cutting inside and he's fouled. He's fouled by Tom Hannigan, and it's going to be free in to Athea on the 14-yard line. Declan White to take this one. You can get 50 frees in the match, but if you don't put them over the bar, they're no use. But Declan White, this is the most difficult one of the lot, but he might just put this one over. 14 yards line, 10 yards in from the near side, and he kicks it across the goals and hopelessly wide. Hopelessly wide for Athea. They'll have to do something about their free taking. That ball hopelessly wide there from Declan White after he got a second chance because Tom Hannigan had won the ball, but Declan won it back again. He was fouled and took the free himself and drove it wide. Gerald Griffins supporters down here on the left being urged on. Had Ambrose goes to the ball, is knocked out in front of him out to Dennis Collins to Frank Wolf. Frank Wolf into Donald Wolf, right footed, kick half blocked down. Right in front of the goals, out comes Patrick Quinlan, breaks off his chest. Out comes Pat. Great ball, this is good full back play, this is good full back play, and he's brought down. Out in the middle of the field, Ambrose is playing an outstanding game at full back for Gerald Griffins today. Damien Reid is going to take the free. Right footed, wind seems to be gone for a minute, drops up there. With Gerald Lynch, he has the ball. Neelis Hunt fouls him, the free to Gerald Griffins, 40 yards out, slightly to the left of the goals. Who's going to kick this one? Looks like Mike Command is going to kick this for Gerald Griffins. And Mike opened there, scoring for Gerald Griffins. The wind has died down in the last 5 or 6 minutes, Mike Command. Mike will get the distance all right, but will he keep it enough to his right to allow for the wind? Up he comes, good one. And he kicks it wide. Mike got the distance all right, but he didn't allow enough for the wind. Just pulled it to the left of the post. Gerald Griffins still to put anything up on the board in this half. Up comes Tom Stackpole to take the kick out. Up he comes again, skipping. Driving it right for it, tipping down the 40. Oh, Henry rises unchallenged again. Scanlon looks for support, but he kicks it in when he sees it not coming. Up there to the Chicken White, the Chicken gets the ball. Toe to hand, going across the field. Support, John Hunt is outside him. He doesn't avail of John Hunt, but the Chicken takes a shot and he kicks it over the bar. That's a good score by young Declan White. That's a very good score by Declan White. A great long ball by Henry Scanlon down in front of the Gerald Griffins goals, and Declan cut across the field. A team in supporting him. But he took the shot himself and kicked it over the bar. Seamus Mackay with the kick out for Gerald Griffins. 28 minutes into the first half. 3 points for Athea, no score for Gerald Griffins. Up he comes, right footed, down between Henry and Damien. Henry knocks it down to Timmy Quaid. Timmy Quaid, nephew of Tommy. Passes a good ball inside the Donald, runs away from him, but that man Ambrose again goes off his hands. No, it wasn't Ambrose, it was Tom Hannigan. Line ball here again, coming up for Athea. Line ball coming up for Athea. Andrew Milan screwed up his boot and out over the sideline. Line ball for Athea. Dennis Collins, the centre forward out here, taking the line ball for Athea. Henches a bit of ground, he sends it in front of the goal. There's a great ball in there. Dennis really gets it. He's coming out for it. He's fouled. Free kick up here. Yorkie goes to the ball out here. Hard tackle there, hard tackle. It looked a fair tackle, but it was a hard tackle, and Yorkie gets it free into Dennis Collins. Right footed by Collins into where Dennis Reedy gets it. And Jerry Mulliner blows the half-time whistle, and here at Tom Callan Park in Glynn, the score at half-time is Athea, 3 points, Gerald Griffins, no score. 3, is it? Throw in the second half is on. Gerald Griffins favoured by the strong wind. Dennis Reedy gets possession of the low ball. Right down in front of Gerald Lynch. John Mack gets the foot in, knocks the ball out. Ball goes out to the far side of the field, out there. Michael Healy gets the ball. Passing it infield to Was it Donny Mulligan that took a shot there for Gerald Griffins? No, it wasn't. It was Gerald Lynch to full forward. He was away out in the middle of the field. 3 points to no score. Athea leading. Advantage with Gerald Griffins. Are playing with a strong wind in the second half. Tom Stackpole down on our left to take the kick out. Where will they be celebrating tonight? Will it be up in Temple Athea or in Cool West? Or will it be in Lower Athea? Will it be down in Lahal or Whiskey Hall or Curtains in Ballyhale or the top of the town or in Rogers? Kick out and Henry Scanlon gets the ball. Up to John Hunt. John Hunt in front of the stand. Right footed. Up again to Donald Wolfe. Donald Wolfe gets the ball. Knocks it back again to John Hunt. John is breaking up the field. He's gone into the Gerald Griffins half of the field. He's 40 yards off from the goal. Cross to this side of the field. Out there comes the chicken. The chicken gets the ball. Going in left-legged. High and across the goals and wide. Another miss there for Athea. A good move up the field by Henry Scanlon, John Hunt and Donald Wolfe. And across the field to the chicken, and he kicked it wide. 3 points to no score. Kick out again for Gerald Griffins down in the centre of the field. Oh, Donny Mulligan puts a hand up, breaks out there to Henry Scanlon, picks up by Donald Wolfe. Donald Wolfe out to Timmy Quaid. Timmy Quaid back to Neelis Hunt. Good ball trying to find Donald Wolfe again. Up along the wing, Mike Buckley breaks up there, the ex-St. Kieran's man, challenged by Dennis Reedy. Looks sideways, looks good enough. Shoulder from here, but Jerry Mulliner said slightly to the back, and it's a free to Athea. Again, Declan White coming across to take it. 14 yards out, 5 yards in from the sideline. This is the end where Declan White put over 2 very good points late in the game last week to force the draw for Athea. This one he gives a shot one inside to Mike Wolfe, breaks away from Mike Wolfe. Patrick Quinlan breaks between them out the field. Henry Scanlon and Damien breaks on the ground. Damien gets it. Kick it back down by Henry, up into the hands of Dennis Collins. Collins is breaking through, pass it outside to Timmy Quaid. Timmy Quaid to Frank Wolfe, across the field to Donald Hunt. Donald 30 yards out, looks up, has the confidence to try a shot. He's still coming across the goals off his knee. Back there, picking up the ball for Gerald Griffins was Andrew Milan, clears it down the field, a long one. Gerald Lynch comes out to it, he's got it. Mike Command is running inside, he gives the ball to Command, right-footed. Mike Command kicks it. Is the wind going to catch it? No, it doesn't curl enough and it goes out over the end line and wide. That's a miss there for Gerald Griffins. It's possibly easier to play against this wind than with it, because you think the wind might do everything, but basically you give a miss kick 30, 40 yards out from the goals, it's going to be caught and taken out over the end line. Take out again by Tom Stackpole, 3 points to no score. Athea leading. Up comes Stackpole, ball cup of the wind, dropping down the 40 yards line. Up they go for it. Out there is David Hayes, and David again exactly on the same position as the previous one, win wide. 2 wides there for Gerald Griffins. Tommy Quaid, the Athea manager, gone into the field here now. Here's a word for the nephew. Tommy is a great footballer himself for the team with Limerick. He's got the magic bottle. Ball out in the centre of the field again. Damien Reedy right is high for it. Left pretends to go left, goes right, right footed, and this one is gone again. 3 balls in the exact same position for Athea. For Gerald Griffins rather, 3 misses there for Gerald Griffins in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Gerald Griffins would want to be putting a score on the board, because if they break up the field, they will run the ball against the wind, like Gerald Griffins did in the first half. Tom Stackpole back there to take the kick out. The man from Lower Athea, yellow top, black bottoms. Up he comes, skips, right footed. This side of the field, Donny Mulligan is in there with Donald Wolfe, breaks between them. Up goes to David Hayes, right footed, and this one has gone wide on the other side of the goal. Gerald Griffins are trying for points from long out, it's not working for them. They'll have to hold up the ball. There's a sub coming in for Gerald Griffins. Sub coming in for Gerald Griffins, number 12, David Hayes, seems to be going off. And number 19, John Lynch. Is that John Lynch? Come on, Buck there. Sub in, Gerald Lynch has moved out to the half-forward line. Donny Mulligan under the ball in the midfield, doesn't get it, knocks it down. Over across on the far side of the field by Neelis Hunt. Out to his brother John, he was fouled. 3 to Athea. Neelis Hunt to take it. Up comes Neelis. Right footed this side of the field. Mike Buckler and John Lynch going for the ball. Lynch gets it, knocks out of his hand. Breaks down there to Mike Command. Mike Command has the ball. He drops it down to Frank Wolf. The man from Cratloe, right footed. His kick is blocked down. In there is Dennis Collins. Breaks between them. Mike Wolf, son of Timmy. Out this side of the field. Channeled by Mike Command. Wolf is driving up the field very near the sideline. Out over the sideline. Pushed out over the sideline, said Jerry Molyneux. And Mike takes it quick to Buckley. Buckley's gone up the field. Looking for support. Breaks it through to John Hunt. Goes over John's head. And out comes Ambrose again, best man on the Gerald Griffins team today. Right footed down on the field to the Dapper. The Dapper has it on the 40 yards and very near the ground, but he gets away with it low, up in towards the corner. But John Lynch gets it. That John Lynch, the Gerald Griffins over come on a few months ago. He rounds John Mack. Low ball in towards the goals, and James Ahern catches it in there. Oh, the tidy townsman sweeping up again. Right footed out to the far side of the field. It's going to make the sideline. Out over the sideline. A good clearance there by Seamus Ahern, the little man from down near Windler's Pub in Corricarry, playing for Athea. Line ball for Gerald Griffins. And Andrew Milan going over there. Left footed one this time, past the goals, out over the end line and wide. For Sean Behan to come on there for Gerald Griffin. Sean Behan to come on. Sean Behan to come on for David Hayes. And Sean gone full forward and Gerald Lynch is out. On top of Mike Buckley at left half forward, kick out by Stackpole again, 3 points to no score. Right footed by Stackpole out towards Henry. Henry rises high. Gerald Griffins are gone a bit dead in the middle of the field in the second half, and Henry right footed up the field. Patsy out to it. Quinlan gets the ball, knocked away from him, but Patsy is fouled. One of the old stagers on the Gerald Griffins team, and how Patsy would love to win another West Junior medal. He's strived for a good number of years without winning any. He won one last year, and he's playing for his second today. Long ball up the field by Dennis Reedy. Dropped down the side for the man to come on the sub, John Behan. Is he going to make a difference there? He cut the ball and it's a free in. And Dodie Mulligan seems to be going over to take this one. Yes, it's gone over the bar. Off the ground. I thought Donald Mulligan was going to take the free kick there, but he didn't, because Andrew Milan was to come up the field and kicked it over, left footed over the bar. But it was made by Sean Behan, the man who came in as a sub. 3 points to 1. Kick out by Stackpole this time on the 21 yards line. He places it back into position. Up comes Stackpole, the breeze has died down a bit. This is a good long ball. Oh, Dennis Reedy catches high in the air. Good feeling by young Reedy. Out there again, but John Mack reads the situation. He drops from him, but he catches it again. And it's a free out. Up to Dennis Collins. Dennis in the halfway line. Going towards the Gerald Griffins goal. Gone into the Gerald Griffins half of the field. Oh, and he kicks it straight into the hands of Ambrose. And out comes Ambrose at the ball. Right footed and puts Gerald Griffins into the attack. Mike Mack. Oh, great catching there by Mike Mack. That was a great catch by the Athea man. He gives it back again to Neelis Hunt. Hunt along the ground, but it goes to Mulligan. Mulligan has the ball. Oh, John Mack gives the ball to the wrong man. Mike Buckley was out free here. And good covering by Collins in the corner back position. The tidy towns in the back there sweeping up again. Out he comes. He feeds it out to Mack. Mack has the ball. Facing his own goals. Fouled by Jerry. Says Jerry Mulner. It's a free out. A free out. Yorkie has the ball in his hand. Leaves it to Stackpole. Tommy Quaid telling the Athea forwards to stay up the field, not to be giving the advantage to Gerald Griffins, but Gerald Griffins are coming a bit more into this game out in the middle of the field. Donnie Mulligan has the ball. Dennis Reed is in there. Dennis gets it left footed. Down towards Seamus Ahern. Oh, but in there is a little man for Gerald Griffins as well. He's going across the goals. And it's another free in, another free in. Another free in for Gerald Griffins. A foul there. A foul there on Shawnee Command. Shawnee's on the ground. going to kick this one for Gerald Griffins. The wing-back Andrew Mann came up and took the last one, but this one is at the opposite side of the goals, with the breeze blowing across the goals. It looks like Donny Mulligan, the man from Cappin Corner, Tullamore in Offaly. The man who put new life into Gerald Griffins since he declared for him 2 or 3 years ago, and will Donny put this one over the bar to just leave 1 point between them.
Come on again, Rolla! Come on out, Donny!
Remember, if this game finishes in a draw, we'll have extra time here today in Tom Callan Memorial Park in Glynn. Donny Mulligan, up he comes. He's going to kick it right-footed. Low ball, but he skims and it's gone over the bar by about 10 inches over the bar. A lovely free kick by Mulligan. 3 points to 2 in favour of Athea. And the breeze is getting stronger, and Gerald Griffins now have a gale force breeze to their backs. But as we said earlier, sometimes the gale can be a hindrance. Stackpole out in the 21-yard line. Up he comes. Good one by Tom. Drops down between Henry and Declan. Henry gets it, but it drops down, and Yorkie goes through it there and still gets away from Yorkie. Henry is onto it. Donald Wolfe is onto it. Donald has the ball. Foul is a free to Athea. Donald Wolfe left out of the game at the start by Athea. Retaliation there, and it's a throw-in, it's still a retaliation there by Athea. It's a throw-in, and Yorkie goes out there after the ball on the far side of the field. Yorkie is pushed, and this time it's a free to Athea, pushed there by Michael Healy. Yorkie kicks the ball across here to Neelis Hunt. Hunt right-footed, low ball up the field. Up to Frank Wolfe, he's in the halfway line, he's gone inside. Up into Dennis Collins, 20 yards out from the take goals. He shows it to Pat Hanlon, he has the ball, but Gerald Lynch, the full forward, the wing forward, is now back in left corner back position, gets the ball and gives a lovely ball out here to Donny Mulligan. Mulligan on the half-back line, punches a good ball up to Damien Reedy. Damien going across the halfway line, challenged by Mike Buckley, breezes it past Mike Buckley, still Damien Reedy, cuts inside, right-footed across the field. Out there to Michael Healy. Michael kicks the ball up in the air, dropping down inside in front of Padal Telegram. And the ball is taken out over the end line there, off the hands of Sean Behan, Gerald Griffins full forward. It looked dangerous there for a while. Dennis Collins broke up the field, but it was cleared, and Gerald Griffins put it down wide on the other end, 3 points to 2. Kick out again by Tom Stackpole. Up there is Donald Wolfe and Henry and Damien, they're all up there. Who comes out with the ball with nobody? Donny Mulligan breaks it out again to Michael Healy. Healy's right-footed, is this the equaliser? No, it's heading for the far side of the field, wide on the opposite side. 3 points to 2. In favour of Athea. 13 minutes into the second half. In the West Limerick Junior A Football Championship final replay. Both these teams go forward. Winners to meet the runners-up in the city, and runners-up to meet the winners in the city. Dennis Reedy has the ball out there. It's foul on Dennis Reedy. Dennis is having a better game today than he did last week. Up into the there. Gerald Lynch has the ball. Tackled by Seamus Ahern. Trying to get inside Seamus Ahern. Fouled by Seamus Ahern. Puts the ball down. Donny Mulligan is going to take this. 30 yards out, 15 yards in from the near sideline. Donny Mulligan to take it. One lad roars, Nadine Connors here on the sideline. Great Gerald Griffins supporter. Donny Mulligan to take this. Up he comes, right-footed, nice position for a right figure kicker. The ball goes very low along the ground. It goes in there to Mike Command. Mike Command going to score the equaliser. Yes. And there's the equaliser for Gerald Griffins. A bad kick by Donny Mulligan. The ball goes in front of the goals. There's a bit of a samaj going on inside there as well, between Yorkie and somebody. One of the Athea fellas down in the field inside. Jerry Molyneux sees nothing. Jerry's walking out the field. Somebody is calling his attention. Jerry looks back. He's running down. Tom Stackpole walks out. Poor kick, as we say there, by Donny Mulligan, but it turned out lucky for Gerald Griffins because the ball went into Mike Command. He kicked it over the bar for the equaliser. 3 points apiece. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Jerry Molyneux down there talking to his umpires. Henry Scanlon is down on the ground. He's up on his knees. This game is evenly balanced at this stage. The next goal could tell a lot here in the Tom Callan Memorial Park. Advantage still with Gerald Griffins because they have a very strong breeze behind them. But who'll forget last Sunday, Athea were 4 points down into the wind and they came back to draw. We're in for an exciting last quarter here. Up comes Stackpole with the kick out. A long one again. Henry's out there. Henry rises. Henry drops. Donald Wolfe, but Dennis Reedy nipped in. Kicks the ball down the field. Foul on Seamus Ahern. Says Jerry Mulno, and it's a free out to Athea. Tom Stackpole is back there, but John Mack looks as if he's going to kick this ball off the ground. Long one by John, dropping down here between Frank Wolfe and Donny Mulligan. Nobody gets it. Ball drops down though to Gerald Lynch. Gerald Lynch right footed up into the corner here. Mike Command takes the shot, and Mike Command puts Gerald Griffins into the lead. A great pass by Shawnee Command across to Mike Command, and over the ball. Gerald Griffins are going into a 1-point lead. 17 minutes gone in the second half. 17 minutes gone in the second half. Good pass there by Gerald Lynch up into the corner to Shawnee. Shawnee across to Mikey, and Mikey over the bar. Flags flying today as we come back again in the buds, and another one of the small paddies. Will they be still flying there? Will they be celebrating tonight in Gerald Griffins? Henry rises high in the middle of the field. Gets the ball. He's fouled. A free to Athea. Henry driving on. Made 10 yards without kicking. Up to Dennis Collins. Out there is Pat Ambrose. Collins gets inside him. Right footed, lays into the pad of John Hunt. Hunt is breaking through. 30 yards out across the field. Frank. Frank Wolfe goes in. Frank Wolfe looked as if he was fouled there, but play on, says the referee. Play on, says the referee. Out there by Gerald Griffins again. Great clearance out there again by Paul Hayes. Up in here now to Shawnee Command. Shawnee Command has the ball across the field. Out to Michael Healy. Down, this ball is going to go out over the end line. Maybe Tom Stackpole is going to go out. Yes, Stackpole is out onto the ball. He's going to give it out to Benny Collins. Benny Collins up the field. Benny was lucky he wasn't blown there. The ball breaks. Who does it break to? This time breaks to Michael Healy into the Dapper. The Dapper lays it in again here. So Sean Bien, it's a free in for Gerald Griffins. A free in for Gerald Griffins. Referee is going to take the name of John Mack. I don't know if John Mack was booked before or not. He definitely spoke to John Mack, yes. He's sending John Mack off the field. Maybe John was booked earlier on in the game, I couldn't say, but John Mack is being sent off the field by referee Jerry Molyneux for a foul there, and Sean Behan, I think, was going through. Good pass by the Dapper. And when Paul Hayes come up to kick this one again, he came up earlier on to kick this one with a left leg off his hands. Yes, it looks like Paul Hayes is over there. Paul has the ball in his hands. Jerry Mulliner brings him out of it. He's about 25 yards out, left-legged. Paul kicks it. And Paul puts it across the goals and wide. Across the goals and wide.
Is it Andrew Milan or Paul Hayes? 4.3.
Sorry, that was Andrew Milan there. Andrew Milan, he came up the field, not Paul Hayes. Andrew Milan kicked the ball in the window over the line and wide, 4 points to 3. In favour of Gerald Griffins. Up comes Tom Stackpole again, off his boot this time, heading for the sideline, over the fence. Down here on our left, this is going to be a line ball for Gerald Griffins. Andrew Milan, as you say, came up earlier and kicked one out of the bow with his left leg, came up for that one, but he screwed off his boot, cut by the wind and out over the end line and wide. The wind is blowing towards the corner flag. Donny Mulligan with the live ball for Gerald Griffins. Then in front of the goal, breaks down, Henry is there. John Hunt is there, Henry is there. Stalemate. Henry coming out, for the hand. Still Henry coming out. Holding on too long to Jerry Mulner, held on too long, and it's a free in. Free into Gerald Griffins. Damien Reedy has the ball. Damien's going to place it. Mike Command is down on the ground. Mike Command, Gerald Griffins into forward, down the ground injured. Looks as if we're going to get a shout here now in Tom Callan Park. 4 points to 3. Nadine down here on our left. Wrap the green flag round me, says Nadine as he takes shelter from the rain. Nadine facing the elements. I think, yes. Mike Command down injured there. Seems to be a leg injury with Mike Command.
Come on, Mike. Mike.
See, Neely Clifford is in there. Chris Noonan is in there. Looks like a leg injury here to Mike Command. And fair dues, as we can say at this stage, to the people who are responsible for having the stretcher here today, because too many times we see it in games where people get seriously injured and there's no stretcher and they have to use doors and planks, but there's a stretcher here today. My Command has been taken off the field, unfortunately. For Gerald Griffins, this is a big blow to them, but they'll have to keep the spirits up. Still in the field there, I see Pat Lane in there now and George Shaughnessy. They're also in there, Pat Lane with a bit of advice to the Gerald Griffins lads during this break, telling John Behant is staying around the goal, don't let the ball go wide. This is free for Gerald Griffins, 40 yards out. Donny Mulligan is going to take it. An applause for Mike Command as he goes off the field injured on the far side of the field. Jerry Molyneux waiting to restore order. Donny Mulligan looks as if he's going to kick the ball off of his hands. High one, up in the air. Straight over the bar by the man from Tullamore, from Cavan Court, Donny Mulligan. 5 points to 3 in favour of Gerald Griffins. And it's make your mind up time for Athea now. There's about 10 minutes left in the game. Tom Stackpole down there with the kick out. Martin Dalton seems to be coming on here. Yes, Martin Dalton is coming on from Mike Command. Martin started last week, didn't start today, but he's on now. What can Martin do? For Gerald Griffins. Kick out again by Stackpole. John Hunt goes to the ball. Yorkie goes to the ball, breaks to Martin Dalton. Yorkie gets a hand to it. John Hunt knocks it out to Henry. Free for Athea. Quick one up along here to Mike Wolf, heading towards the sideline. Going to go over the sideline, yes. Referee calls the ball back. It's a free for Athea. Henry Scanlon. Jerry says Henry is too far forward. He puts the ball back. This time it's Neelis Hunt going to take it. Right footed, up in front of the goal, Timmy. Frank Wolf has the ball, the man from Catlow driving in. He's challenged there by Gerald Lynch, along the ground he plays it. Up goes John Hunt, Hunt running through, he's running at the Gerald Griffins defence. He's still going through, he's fouled and it's a free in, fouled by Dennis Reedy. Free in, quick one across the field to Henry. Has the right man got the ball for Athea? Henry kicks it harmlessly and he goes in, but Ambrose gets it and drops it right in front of the goal. The field to the penalty, but out in the centre of the field here again, Yorkie goes to the ball. Yorkie still gets it, he put it over here across to Neelis Hunt. Neelis Hunt across to Donald Wolf. Donald Wolf, challenged by Martin Dalton, breaking up the ball, gives it back to Neelis Hunt. Neelan is driving up the field. Keep going on, they're saying it's a free to Athea, foul on Neelis Hunt. Still up into Mike Buckley. Buckley right up in the corner forward position, he's still going through. Buckley still going on, right in the front of the goal. Oh, back there goes Damien Reedy, and Damien clears the ball off his goal line. Out to Patchy. Patchy right footed down this side of the field to Donny Mulligan. Mulligan down his knees, still grabs the ball. Still coming away up here to Gerald Lynch. Gerald Lynch passing the halfway line. Right for the ball into the Dapper. The Dapper sprinting out it off the Dapper's hand. Benny Collins is still there with him. The ball going towards the end line, over the end line, and the free out to Jerry Molyneux. Free out. A free out. No, it's a line ball or a wide ball. I thought it was a free out. Umpire wave wide. Tom Stackpole kicks the ball out. Right, put it one out here between John Hunt and Gerald Lynch. Hunt rises one-handed, knocks the ball down. Where does it go? Only into the hand of Sean Behan. Sean is fouled by John Hunt. As the rain comes to Tom Killan Memorial Park. Donny Mulligan going to kick this one.
No, I can't do it. 4:25.
Time ticking away now for Athea. Gerald Griffins in the driving seat at this stage. Donny Mulligan right-footed, a long one. Coming down inside in the parallelogram, up they go for it, the ball knocked away. Out this side of who's racing out for it there? Is it Shawnee? The ball is fed out against Donny Mulligan. He shows it to Mike Buckley, cuts inside him. Mulligan a right-footed one, and that's gone over the bar again. A great score there by Donny Mulligan, the man from Offaly. The man from Offaly, a good ball, one inside there in the corner by Shawnee Command. He fed it out to Donny Mulligan. And Donny Mulligan off his favourite right boot puts the ball over the bar. Gerald Griffin 6, Athea 3. Kick out again and John Hunt rises high, his foul. Gets on with it, right-footed ball up in here. That Ty Quaid gets it, Ty Quaid. Up along the field, Ty gets fouled again, still has the ball. Right-footed ball up into. But the chicken gets it, knocks out of his hand, but Damien gets it, a low ball along the field. Out here's the Dapper is racing out with Benny Collins. Beats into the sideline, out over the far sideline. Benny's going to kick this one, he's going to looking for Yorkie. Yorkie made the run, Benny didn't see him, kicks it right footed. Damien really sticks the hands out, gets it, Damien playing well. Pass to Donny Mulligan, Mulligan going into the Athea half of the field. Challenged by Neelis Hunt, still Donny Mulligan toward the hand, still Donny Mulligan right footed across the field. Up there to Mike Healy. And Michael Healy takes. Was that Michael Healy? Was that the number 10 for Gerald Griffins over the bar? Gerald Griffins 7, Athea 4. Pauline Hornawaig, Mihalo, here go Garwood O'Grifa. Karen O'Mati for the Sun Creshaw. And Kickamaka, Tomato Stackpolas on at play. Tongweg Shader. Kick him up by Tomato Stackpool. Him here. Shows on the Mihala Bookround Shaw and play. Derek Kalisha Mihala's free kick. A town on play. Donald the Wolf back. We're on the road. Princes the Wolf, Dennis the Colleen, and Baller and Patrick Quinlivan in there. Gerald Griffin brings the ball out. Kick blocked down. Frank Wolf, left footed, in towards the goals again. Caught again back there by Dennis Reedy. Goalish stock. Out there is Benny Collins. Donny Mulligan for Gerald Griffins. Hardik O'Crohor, still Donny Mulligan. Toe the hand into Gerald Lynch. 20 yards out, right for the kick by Gerald Lynch. Him here on Lena August, on Foreel. Very little time left in this game. A kick out again by Tom Stackpole. 7 points to 4 for Gerald Griffins. They have the ball in possession. Edith Hunt back to Donald Wolf, the man from Cratloe. Kick blocked down. Gets it again. Martin Dalton knocks it in there. It's another free in, another free in. Foul committed. Foul committed by Donald Wolf. And Sean Behan. There's a free in to Gerald Griffins. Donny Mulligan going to take this one again off of the hand. It looks like he's going to go off of the hand. He's going to put it in. 8 points. 8 points to Gerald Griffins, 3 for Athea. 8 points to Gerald Griffins, 3 for Athea. Tom Stackpole comes to kick the ball. It looks as if they're going to be celebrating tonight in the Buds and in Lahal and in the top of the town. And in Rogers and in Cottons and Gerald Griffins, Nadine, excited, clapping the hands. Jerry Molyneux looking at his watch. Kickamaka, Tomato Stackpole, saw him play. Automatic chucked. On the road along the Parker, Henry of Scanlon and so. Shauna Bahan And Nero there, Martin Dalton. Back to Damien Reedy. Thrasting the Parker. Got Ian Mulligan. Donald Mulligan. Agus cool. No, in here and Lena Earth chance there by Donny Mulligan to put another score on the board. Gerald Griffins completely on top here now in the closing stages of this West Limerick Junior A Football Championship final in Tom Callan Memorial Park in Glynn. Crowd ready to invade the pitch. Kick out again by Tom Stackpool. Donald Wolfe out there. This man behind is a sub is playing a great game. Low ball in front of the goal. Could it hop over the bar into the hands of Stackpool? Out to the Heidi Townman. Seamus Hearn coming up the field. Seamus passed it out to John Hunt. John coming. Challenged by Donny, still coming. Pass the field to the brother. The brother, Athea hunting in packs. Donald Wolfe going to kick it. Up again to the chicken. No, it's Ty Quaid along the ground is fouled. A free in. Time is against Athea, I think. Time is against Athea. They have the ball again there again, it's on the ground. Still going up, young Timmy Quaid. Challenge, gives out to Mike Buckley. Buckley going in the corner forward, still coming through. Buckley kick block down. Taken out over the end line of 50. Damien Reedy back there defending. Was it Damien or Dennis? It looks like Damien from here. Kick block down. John Hunt to take the 50. Out towards Mike Buckley. Ball breaks away from him. Patsy Quinlan is in there and the Owl Warrior. Well, Patsy kicks it towards the town, kicks it for Barrett's. Out over the sideline, line ball for Athea up near the corner flag. Mike Buckley's up there, I'm sure Mike is going to take it. We've gone into injury time. There's no way back for Athea at this stage of the game anyway, although they have a line ball away up here and all right. Mike Buckley is going to take it. Cross the goal, dropping down side in front of Fadlelk and Ambrose. The mighty Pat grabs the ball and clears the ball out. And Jerry Mulliner blows the whistle to free out to Gerald Griffins. Patrick Ambrose has the ball, hands it back to Seamus McCoy, the goalkeeper. John O'Connor is in, it's over, great servant of Gerald Griffins. And John O'Connor is in, I can't see who's gone off yet, but it doesn't matter who's gone off. It looks like the Dapper. Take out down the centre of the field. Good pass, no, Gerald Lynch is onto the ball. He's off 40 yards out, Donald Wolfe is with him. Still going on, throw the hand. Hopping and throw the hand. Lays it in there to Martin Dalton, number 16, right for a kick by Dalton over the bar. Great move by Gerald Griffins, and that surely is the last score of the game. And the flags are flying now, as I say. But Athea. Tony Mulligan is there, Gerald Lynch is there. Gerald Lynch is a great game for Gerald Griffins. Out to Damien Reedy. Up into John O'Connor, gets the ball. Passes it out to Martin Dalton. Dealis Hunt is out there with him, back to John. Vinnie Collins is back there for Athea. He has the ball, he passes it out to John Hunt again. John coming up the field, right-footed long ball. But out there. And Jerry Molyneux blows the full-time whistle. Mike, what was it? 9, huh? 9 the full-time whistle here at Tom Callan Park. Gerald Griffins 9 points, Athea 3. The players all around the place shake hands. I see the Gerald Griffins crowd are heading for the centre of the field. They want the silverware, they want the cup. A great display by Gerald Griffins. They were far superior in the second half. Even allowing for the breeze, they still played the better football in the second half. Well trained by Pat Lane. They learned a lot of lessons, I think, since last week. People said that Gerald Griffins had that chance last, but they came here today determined to make amends.
Hey, hey!
Let it in there. Wow!
I want to thank them. One second. And also to thank the referee, Johnny Mulliner, and his officials for a job well done.
Okay, Johnny.
And congratulations to Gerald Griffins on winning a fine sporting game of football. Well done to Gerald Griffins. And also say thank you to Athea for a fine sporting game. And now it gives me great pleasure to present the cup to Pat Ambrose on behalf of Gerald Griffins Club. Thank you, John.
Shake hands first, don't hold it. Shake hands for the hold it, no foot.
It's a great honour to accept this cup on behalf of... Let's start again, lads. It's a great honour, lads, to accept this cup on behalf of Gerald Griffins, and especially on behalf of John Milan, who was out injured today. All John Milan wants to know is where we're going to fit it. I'd also like to thank our team coach, Pat Lane, and his selectors, and also, do you want to say a few words there? And also Athea for a fine sporting game, and the referee, Johnny Mulliner, and his officials. I'd like to have 3 cheers now for Athea. And Pep! And Pep! And Pep! And hopefully John Milan will be back for the county semi-final. And Michael, let's...
Just before I finish, John, I'd like to wish both teams the best enough in the county championship. Well done, lads.
Right, now Johnny Sheehan there, Vice Chairman of the West Limerick J Board, presenting the trophy to Pat Ambrose, Captain of the Gerald Griffins team. They're lining up for photographs. We're going to have a walk. Mary Barrett, Miss Kate, Mary, what do you think? Great, is the mother here?
No, it's a child. It's a home frame.
With the roller, that's the things that tell us. What do you think of the match?
Match of 2 hands, but thank God we got them.
You were better in the second half.
We were.
Much better. Yeah. There's only one team in the second half, then, as a matter of fact.
Good for us.
Right here now we have John Milan, the captain of the Gerald Griffins team, who unfortunately couldn't take his place today on account of being injured last Sunday. John, first of all, how's the injury?
It's coming around. Another week now to be Saturday. The disc out and it's back in now. It's only a matter of time. A week he'll sort it out. I'll be with him now next week hopefully.
Well done, John, and I suppose it's a lot easier to play than to watch it, John, is it?
It was way easier, but we felt that we left it behind us last week and we had a point to prove this week, and we didn't play for the last 10 minutes last year. We went out to play the whole game today, and I think it proved today that we were the better side. But Athea, a fine sporting side, but we're thankful that we came out winners.
Well done, John. And how do you hope to go one better now than last year and maybe bring the junior county champion?
That's our aim this year. We settled for West last year. We're hoping for the county this year.
Well done, John. John Milan, captain of the Gerald Griffins team.
Yes, John.
Right, with me now we've got Packy Hayes, one of the selectors of the Gerald Griffins team. Packy, no mistake today.
No mistake today, John. We had a bit more aggressive, I'd said, after the end for very committed. And then from the mistakes last week. Played very well. I'd say their second half was the first game they played the first half like they played the second half.
That's right. In the first 10 minutes of the second half today, they had a few wides as well, and it looked as if they mightn't settle down. But
John, we nearly stopped. It took us 38 minutes to score the first point, you know.
38 minutes.
Yeah, well, we scored 9 after that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. John Milan was a bit of a loss, you would see.
Oh, John was a big loss. Yeah. But he talked out there today, and he wanted to play.
He did.
That was a commitment.
But the lads you brought in is up there, young behind. In the
Sean is a great fielder.
He got a lot of possession.
He gets great ball. We're a bit sad because there's two players there going out the stretchers now. With Mike Coman, he's an ankle.
How is
and
Mike?
Donald Mulligan, he's gone off for next year now. We don't know. And Donald Mulligan has a fairly small tie as well. But
it will be exciting tonight in the village. So
we'll have a few jazz, yeah.
Beautiful. And tomorrow?
And tomorrow and after.
And come here, who are you playing next? Are you playing the runners up in the city, is it?
Yeah. I don't know, Sunday week.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Pierce lands on over. So those
I don't know, John.
I think those are two teams that are involved in the city.
Yeah, well, the east and the south are playing. Right.
Okay, Packy. Thanks very much. Come on. Players that ever put on a pair of boots in him. Pat Reedy, great ex-Limerick, Gerald Griffins, Ballyhahill and a Skeeton footballer, and two sons playing today, Damien and Dennis. Pat, you're a proud man tonight.
Well, I'm happy anyway. It was, I suppose, the game wasn't as good as the last day because conditions weren't very favourable for good football, and it wasn't until I went out onto the field after the game that I realised that the wind actually was blowing across the field rather than from west to east, and that made it very difficult for both teams. But I suppose I sometimes you say, were you worried? I was worried in the first 10 minutes of the second half because we got so many opportunities to score and we were using the wrong tactics. The players were shooting from 50 and 60 yards outfield, and they were driving the ball wide instead of carrying the ball and trying to find the man inside. And then they changed those tactics somewhat after that, and in the last 20 minutes, definitely all right, they got on top, and Gerald Griffins deserved to win easily in the end.
Pat Ambrose had a good game at full-back.
Pat had an excellent game, very steady, and especially he played well all through, but I thought in the first half he caught a few great balls, and that made an awful difference. Like, it gave great heart and encouragement to the rest of the team. And generally it was a great team performance. I don't like picking out anyone particular, but when you mentioned Pat there, I'd have to say he had an outstanding game. And I suppose often you'll find that people are critical of the selectors, but I must say today they made switches.
Came good.
Very good. They did some of the switches they made were excellent, and they bore fruit in the end.
Exactly.
And often, as a person, I'm very critical of Sean Behan because of his attitude, but today he made an awful difference to the team when he came on. Yeah, he was an excellent target man inside.
And who's to know, Pat, yourselves in a team, you might meet back here again maybe in the county junior.
That's right. You never know.
Right, Pat, we'll try and keep in the west if we can. When we were going up as young fellas, Pat, there was great men around Ballyhahill, there was the Donovans and yourself, and there was the Blessed and... Where do you get the energy from, Pat, to keep going after 50 years later?
Well, you see, as a fellow says, I was always fond of the game, like. And when it's in your blood, I belong to middle of it. Down through the years, like. My father played with the brother Shears in Ballyhall, and my uncles there, I'm half an at him and myself, you know.
Good man.
Johnny Monan is first cousin of mine.
in the blood?
It is Johnny Monan and Conor Monan, they're all first cousins of mine.
But you still wanted to beat him today, though?
Oh God, yes. But young fellas taking it over now, like, and let him go as far as and let him do as much as they can for the old year. We used to have great old games with Ballysteen and the skating. Like,
you have a better team than last year, I think.
We have. They're a bit more matured, you know. The young lads are coming in, and the few chances we made today, Donny Mulligan the last day, he was playing centre forward, and Yorkie gave him no space at all, and he blackguarded him. We had my command today, and they shifted Yorkie in, of course. They knew that command wouldn't let him give away anything. Over in Healy, and Healy gave him a run around too, like, you know. Dennis really came out of his box today, like. He did his man go last day. I don't know, Sir John. You know, you can call him that.
Much improved today.
He had a great game today.
I'm sure they like to join Shaughnessy and Joe Kelly all the old time, but they'll be delighted.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They'll be delighted. And he made a few good substitutions.
We have. Sean Behan, of course, is one of them.
He caught a lot of balls.
He did. Sean Behan was deserved his place in the stuff, but, you know, in those things, you can't play them all.
No, you can't play them all.
So,
selectors at times they're criticised, but, you know, players will see. Selectors always go out to play the best team maybe on the day. But in a manager you'd leave off by come on and win the game.
That's it. Like when we selected our team, now, I was above the crane yesterday morning and they were asking me about it, like, and we had a John Lynch on that Sunday, you know, John is a good footballer. Like, we've had Paul yesterday, and they were saying, Christ, he made a mistake, and there's favouritism and this thing and that. But, you know, you play the game, I think Paul was doing well in training. John Lynch is after coming off from Limerick, he was away all the year, and, you know, you must give the fellas at home a chance too, like, you know.
But you'll have a good night tonight.
We'll have a good night tonight now, and we'll look forward now to... We'll see you
county quarter final.
That's right.
As I said to Pat, really sure yourselves and the team might meet back here again in the county final, Pat.
Could happen. I think we still have a good bit in them though.
Yeah.
Hey, John, thanks.
Now we have Joe Kelly here, chairman of the county board in Oak. Joe, I'm sure you're a happy man tonight.
I am, yeah. It was a great victory today. The last day, it was a game of two halves, you could say. Our lads sat back a little the second half, but today they were perfect all through.
They were a lot better in the second half, Joe, than at any stage last Sunday, I thought.
They took complete control the second half today. And in the first half, there were very few chances, like even playing against the wind, like the Gelden stuff, even as well.
Well, Joe, well said, Joe. Well done, Joe. Good man.
3 points for them.
And now we have Pete Noonan, the next great Gerald Griffins player.
Jesus Christ.
Last year's commentator, Chrissy and Fishy, and they said that you were very biased, so they wouldn't give you the job this year.
I suppose, but it's happy to be here.
Come here, Peter. You're a happy man today, anyway.
Oh, very
the
happy.
mother will be delighted.
Very happy.
The mother will be delighted.
Very happy.
Did you ring her?
I did not, no.
Why didn't you ring her?
Early.
She probably had the crowd shouting anyway.
It's early yet.
Well, what do you think of today?
Great. Flash a great win. Ah, sure, it's mighty, you know, in all fairness.
We'll have tomorrow.
In a couple of days, it's with the head for God.
Right, Pete Noonan there, Dan.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, John.
Gerald Griffins.
Thanks, John.
Today out there on the side.
Oh, yes. Well,
at any stage in the game were you worried, O'Neill, seriously?
Well, the first half I was worried that we were going to get no scores for a while. When we got back when we get second half going, I knew that we were going to beat them.
You finished much better than
Well, we finished.
You looked a lot fitter today.
Lot fitter than the last now.
Yeah, but surely we said the fitness didn't improve in a week, nearly, but the attitude was probably better today.
Oh, the attitude was better today. We came out of that dressing room today and we said, well, one.
How do you think you'll go from here on?
Hopefully from here on now we'll go on and win the county. That's like our main aim last year was to win the West, but this year our main aim is to win the county, and that's what we're going to do now.
You're a better team this year, do you think?
We are a better balanced team this year. Yeah. We worked the ball well today. The whole 15 played well today, and we worked it well, and hopefully from here we'll go on and win the county.
And how's the training going? How much weight did you lose? Let us into your secrets.
I couldn't, no personal, I give you no personal.
But you lost a lot of weight up, Pat, I think, this year, from the start of the year.
Yeah, I'm trying hard now.
Did you lose a stone weight? Like?
Could have, yeah.
It takes a lot of effort to lose a stone weight. Well done, Pat.
That's what it's all about.
Good man. Well done, Pat. Joe Shaughnessy, one of the old-timers, one of the great footballers that ever came out of the parish of Ballyhahel. Joe, you're a happy man tonight.
Very happy. It was great to be a selector of the team. They were so dedicated all the year. They turned up every night for the night there was training, and they never uttered a word. They took their instructions and they played. Every man of them played out of their hearts today, and I think we should be very proud of them, which we are in the parish tonight.
The win kind of ruined the game a bit, Joe.
Yeah, the win kind of ruined the game, but all lads seemed to be able to control themselves and be able to play the ball as the wind was playing havoc with them.
Yeah.
But when we got the score, all boys lifted their game and we then started to pile on a few scores. So in the day we were, I'd say, the better team. But fair play to Athea, they stuck to their task for the full hour as well.
It is. Well said, Joe. Good man. Christine, you're a happy man today.
Happy again, John. 2 years in a row. Second one, and after all the years we had to wait for it even to get one. It's nice to have two of them now back to back.
Have you booked the holidays for tomorrow? You have?
I have certainly semi-booked them. I think I'll confirm it this evening now.
You'll be found somewhere tomorrow.
I'll be found somewhere, and you'll know how to find me, John.
I didn't see Tom Stack around. I suppose he's around, is he?
Yeah, he'd gone off with the Terriers earlier on there, but he was hunting back this way.
He's probably lighting a fire down a whiskey hall.
He is, yeah.
You were a much improved team today, though, Chris.
Well, I think that a lot of people said after last Sunday had we shot our ball. I think that Athea were more happier that they got another second bite than we were, because I knew the team were lifting and they were very confident, and we got them back together during the week, Pat Lane, and sat him down and told them more or less what I went wrong the week after being 5 points up, you know. that if they'd done the same things today, we were handing the cup over to Athea this evening. And I think the lads from the word go knuckled in. Might be a bit worrying there a bit after the second half when we weren't scoring, and Athea had a few attacks, but when they didn't score, I knew that once we got one over, they'd go over, you know, and it did happen. They're a good bunch of lads.
Well done, Chris.
Prepared to do everything for us. Thanks, John.
Well done, Chris. Well, Martin.
John,
well done.
Smiling for another year.
You're happier than you were. I didn't see you smiling last week, Martin. You're just smiling tonight.
I am smiling. My age now, you have to smile.
Yeah.
We get a chance to take it and things like that.
33, Martin, they're telling me, is it?
33.
33, yeah. Well done. How much your Quinn when he's older than you and he's still going?
He's 34 or 5.
He is, exactly.
He's my inspiration to stay going in this
A good second half display anyway, Martin, today.
Good, yeah. It is the first half, I said, I'm wonderful for keeping the score down so low to about 3 points at half time is a great boost for any team going out with that breeze in the second half. And as I see it, pressure the first few minutes, kicking into bad wides and for once to start going off the bar, that was it.
And you crowded the defence there, Martin, in the first half, like, and you didn't give Athea any loose ball in front of the goals. Had you practiced that in the training?
We had our coaches as well drilling that, and he had the backs practicing that every night of the week.
Right, to come back
closing
and
down and cover,
space,
and especially to get down on the boot, as we started a lot of blocking down that day.
Great blocking down. So, you had a few injuries, but hopefully they'll be okay.
Hopefully they'll be alright. I know it's another couple of weeks, is it?
Just 2 weeks. I think maybe one of the teams are playing next week, but hopefully
we'll send a few spies, so
yourselves and Athea might be back again for the
never know
final
for a semi-final even, I'd say.
Well said, man.
Thanks very much.
Good man. Anyway, here we have who I consider is one of the main people why football in Gerald Griffins came from the not so good to very good in the past few years, because all up along under 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s and 21s, this man brought them along. He coached them, he played with them, he was a father figure. Pat Noonan. Pat, you're a happy man this evening.
Very happy, very happy. It was a sweet victory this evening. Very happy. People were saying we left it behind us last Sunday, but deep down I know, Pat Lane know, the lads know themselves that they could perform better, and during the week the spirit rose again, and Thursday night we trained, and Saturday night we had a team talk last night, and you know, we knew that spirit was there, that would rise again today.
Yeah, you were a lot more determined today, Pat.
Oh yeah, well, it appeared the last day that we were a bit maybe lackadaisical. We were behind our men, which shouldn't be the case. Our lads were fit. Athea was supposed to be coming down just to get the cup, but it turned out to the other way around. They had to come from behind to get a draw. And I think when the lads saw the video on Tuesday night, it really drove it home to them, like that they were still there, and that it was they that should be bringing home the cup, not Athea. And it proved it today.
Great, Pat. And hopefully you can go all the way now. I think you're a better team than last year, Pat, are you?
Well, they're more mature. They're a year older. There's a lot of young ones there. They're a year older now. It's their second West title. It's hard to win them, but to win two, I suppose, back-to-back is great. Pat keeps talking about the county, so from here on now, we're playing Ballycorrigays next Sunday, and it's another step on the road, and hopefully we can capture the county title.
And Pat, you have a better panel as well, because you proved today when you brought in 2 or 3 subs, like, and they perform well as well.
Yeah.
Young Bahano, he was very good.
Unfortunately, during the year we were missing John Lynch, George O'Shaughnessy, maybe 1 or 2 more. They came back after they got 3 weeks ago there from the States, and they got knuckled into training straight away. And John Lynch came on last Sunday against Athea in the second half when John Milan got hurt. Today it was Paul Hayes' turn and Sean Behan's turn, and they really proved it today. Sean Behan played very well when he came in, so did Paul Hayes. And of course Martin played well when he came on as well.
So the strength of the team is in the subs.
It is indeed, yeah.
Pat, I think I'll let you off to go home and tell the mother, because she'll be dead anxious to find out how you got on.
Yeah, I'm sure she knows it by now. She'll be delighted anyway.
Right, Pat.
Okay.
And so we sign off here from Tom Killan Memorial Park in Glynn, but the result again for the 1995 West Limerick Junior A football final. Gerald Griffins 9 points, Athea 3 points. On behalf of the Kilconnan Studios, Dan Sheehan and John Carrick saying Slán Gaibh Go Léir.